Hey, hi guys, Samurai here, back in with another episode of the Pokemon Sword and Shield series, Crown Zenith. In the last episode, Ash had just defeated Rinto, Bede has just revealed himself to be Stranger B all this time, Rinto finally stood up to his sister, and Chase and Elaine had an exhilarating exhibition battle. Now it's time for the finals, but it's announced that the finals will be taking place a day after tomorrow, to give the time for the finalists to rest and recuperate their strength. Ash and Lucas are incredibly thankful for this, and they take it in stride. This is when the night before the break day, Chairman Rose and Leon have a conversation. Chairman Rose basically tells Leon that the new ultimate weapon has been completed, the Neo ultimate weapon. When Leon is confused on what Chairman Rose could be describing, Chairman Rose basically states that in 100 years, Galar will completely run dry of the Dynamax energy. The Dynamax energy actually fuels a lot of Galar's infrastructure and is the reason why Galar is so technologically advanced and has so much of a rich culture today. He tells Leon that when he was a kid, his father was killed in a mining accident mining for wishing stars, saying that as great as it is, the Dynamax resource isn't renewable. It gets burned very easily and it's running dry. In 100 years, Galar will be spent. He realizes that the Pokemon that brought the wishing stars, that transferred so many Mega Stones when the ultimate weapon released into wishing stars, can be summoned once again and unsealed. He realizes that it can be renewed, and all of this could be a priceless utopia. Leon, knowing of the Darkest Day, knowing how dangerous of an idea this is, immediately denies Rose of doing this. However, Rose says that it's completely safe, as they have an unbeatable trainer like Leon, strong trainers like Peony, Ash, and Lucas here, all ready to defend them against Eternatus in case it goes rogue. Leon's still not agreeing with this plan, saying that Ash and Lucas are still fairly young. They're only 15. They can't be trusted with the fate of the world, much less a region. He's the champion, it'll be his job. He tells Chairman Rose to go through with the experiment, but after the league. Chairman Rose, knowing full well that he's not going to respect Leon's decision, agrees to this. He laments, saying that the energy charged by battles is what's going to lead them to charging the ultimate weapon, or the Neo ultimate weapon. This is when, after Leon leaves, he has a conversation with AZ, the tall stranger he saw before in the Crown Tundra. AZ basically telling Leon that something bad is going to happen, but AZ is not going to let another disaster like he caused happen again. He and Flabébé are going to stop at all costs from that happening. AZ managed to steal 3 Pokeballs and gives it to Leon, saying that he believes that this Pokemon belongs to him. Leon, not knowing what these 3 Pokeballs are for, is confused, but he takes them, and him and AZ walk away from each other. It's the day of the break day, and Hop, Chase, and Bede are all with Lucas watching him study. They see Lucas having around 5 monitors watching different types of Ash's Pokemon, watching some of his old battles. He's looking at old news reports, and he's coming up with a great report, and he comes up with an Ash equation, basically saying that the most unpredictable option will be the most predictable option, and this is how he plans to beat Ash. He goes through this some more and more and comes up with several long reports that would have most professors bewildered by how much information is packed into it. On the flip side, this is where we see Marnie and Elaine watching Ash. Ash is doing some very simple training and exercise, getting his Pokemon to stretch and basically getting their nerves and mind all in terms of being perfect. He doesn't want them to be stilted. If they're stilted, they won't be able to use their full power and they won't be able to get the most out of their strength. He understands this and he continues stretching with his Pokemon. Elaine and Marnie watch and say that Ash is not doing as much study as Lucas is doing, as they just got a message from Hop. However, they state that they're doing things in their own way. This is when later in the day, where Chase, Hop, and Bede go to visit Ash, we see Ash watching some of Lucas's battles, and we see Lucas doing some meditation with his Pokemon, saying that they're very similar but very different in that way. Both of them know exactly what to do to prepare for a battle, especially a hard battle like this, and they both know what's in it for both of them. Neither of them can afford to lose this battle, so they're both taking it very seriously. Ash and Lucas didn't see each other the whole day, as the duo decided that they didn't want to see each other till the finals. as this would allow them not to get clouded thoughts and not to think about what strategy the other will use. This is when Raihan goes up to Lucas. When Lucas asks if Raihan's mad that he didn't wear the Dragon Team uniform during the league, Raihan isn't mad at all, saying that he would prefer he wear the normal league uniform to show his roots. Raihan is wishing the best of luck towards Lucas, as he can see a lot of himself in Lucas, using various types of strategy, not to mention having a Duraludon. He wishes Lucas the best and wishes him to beat Ash. This is when in Ash's room we see Leon pop in. Leon saying that he's not supposed to have favorites to win, but he says that Ash reminds him a lot of himself when he was younger, relying heavily on guts and unpredictability, but having a lot of passion for battles. He's saying that Lucas will definitely be a tough opponent, but he gives Ash a bit of a pep talk. Both Ash and Lucas, after getting pep talks from those they see as their role models, gain insanely hyped. This is when Raihan states that he could have been a champion had he gone anywhere else, but he stayed here because he wanted to finish his rivalry with Leon. He's saying that maybe after this year's Galar League, he'll finally go somewhere else and maybe he'll challenge Cynthia this time around, becoming a champion of a different region. Lucas is confused on why Raihan says this, but Raihan basically tells Lucas that sometimes you need to change a pace and sometimes you just need to change a pace from the original. Don't be afraid to change it up. He doesn't know why he's saying this to Lucas, but he just feels like he needed to lament this to somebody. Raihan wishes Lucas the best of luck tomorrow, and Leon wishing Ash the best of luck tomorrow, while still thinking of his conversation with Rose the entire time. Both Leon and Raihan cross each other in the hallway as they're leaving, and both of them decide to strike up a conversation. Then this is when it's the morning before the finals, and this is when, out of all characters, Rinto and Peonia show up. This is when Rinto basically tells the both of them that he's not rooting for either of them. He is rooting for both of them, but he couldn't care who wins. All he knows is that whoever wins this battle will get the opportunity to face Leon, and that person will prove themselves to be the strongest. However, he says that for all the time that he's known these two, he definitely, and when he says this, he definitely can't see one beating the other. He says that for once, it's not a 51%, it's not a 50.0000001%, they're exactly at 50%. Both of them are at the same level of strength. He can't see either one beating the other, so he's telling them both to not have any regrets in this battle. He's telling them both to give them their full power. They thank Rinto in a weird way, and the three kind of laugh. This is when the battle gets started. A bunch of battle experts actually talk about this battle before it starts. They basically say that they have absolutely no idea who's gonna win this battle, as this battle is a 50-50 split, as 50% of people think that Ash will win and 50% of the people think that Lucas will win. It's never been so cut and dry between both battlers. Heck, even some gym leaders actually state that they don't know who wins. When the top three trainers in Galar, Leon, Raihan, and Piers, get asked who they think they're gonna win, all of them look at each other. Leon says that he's clearly rooting for Ash. Meanwhile, Raihan says that he's rooting for Lucas, but Piers is honest and he's pretty blunt. He says that he thinks that it's gonna be a draw. He says that he can't see either one winning. Everyone is confused by this, but they think it makes sense, and the battle gets started. The battle between Ash and Lucas is about to get underway as the entire Galar region watches this final battle. They've been excited for this for the most part. The first Alola champion versus the whole league champion. Everybody's excited to see how strong these two trainers are when they're fighting at full power, and nothing is being held back against them. This is when Ash and Lucas send out their first two Pokemon.
Alright Ash, I've grown a lot from meeting you, Raihan, Leon, all the training we did with Mustard. I'm not gonna leave any regrets in my past either. This is my first step into becoming a legend. Now let's do this! Braviary, I choose you!
Lucas, I want you to know, I'm not gonna leave any regrets in this battle. I'm not just representing me and my Pokemon, but Rinto and Chase, along with the dreams and hopes of all my friends in Galar. I'm their sword! Corviknight, I choose you!
Corviknight and Braviary have an amazing sky battle with brave birds clashing at each other at every moment's notice. Steel Wings and Wing attacks clash with each other along with Psychic Fangs, and with Home Claws
amplifying Corviknight's ability, this battle is one for the ages. However, it still ends up in a draw. This is when Lucas says something to Ash.
It's kind of poetic, don't you think, Ash? I've hatched Pachirisu from an egg, and he's been my closest friend ever since. I assume that's the same with you and Pikachu. Let's duke it out with amazing speed! Pachirisu, quick attack!
Yeah, I guess. Pikachu and I's bond. It increases tenfold when our bond becomes stronger. And we won't lose! Pikachu, use quick attack at your full power!
Pikachu and Pachirisu have an amazing battle of speed using quick attack, Iron Tail, Pachirisu using rollout against Electro Web, and just overall the battle being incredibly dynamic with a Shockwave and Thunderbolt collision. This is when the battle is revealed to end in a draw. This is when Lucas says something to Ash once again.
Ash, you keep on surprising me, and I thought I figured out the Ash equation. Now there's a new theory we need to test out. Ash Buster Theory Type 1. Let's do this! Duraludon!
Lucas, there is no blueprint that you can use to best me, because the answer is simple. I'm unbeatable. Dragapult, it's your turn to shine!
Duraludon and Dragapult have an amazing battle as Leon and Raihan look on the battle with amazement, as it reminds them of when they first battled it with their Dragapult and their Duraludon. The battle is amazing between the two, and both sides are giving it their all. However, this battle still ends up in a draw. This is when Inteleon and Typhlosion enter.
Inteleon? It's crazy to think that shy Sobble is now this prideful Inteleon. I'm still shocked it defeated a Mega Evolved Pokemon. Too bad, Typhlosion has the limits of a beyond Mega Evolved Pokemon. Let's do this! Inferno Parade!
Inteleon has grown a lot. I agree with you on that one. The issue is with your statement, that Inteleon has far surpassed a Mega Pokemon. Typhlosion is going down! Inteleon, you Snipe Shot!
The battle is incredibly intense with both sides giving it their all. Ash has never really fought this type of Typhlosion, however, he still winds up being able to take away with a draw.
Jeez, no matter what I do, Lucas has a counter. Every time I think I have him cornered, he finds a way to match my strength and skills. Did he figure me out entirely? No, even if he has figured me out, I'll fight my way through like I always do. Lucas, it's time for me to get the first victory of this match and make my way to Leon. Urshifu, let's do it!
Ash, you just keep on kicking, but I'm the same way. Urshifu, enter the fray!
This is when the battle between two twin Urshifus take place. This is when Ash and Lucas comment on the fact that it feels like they can see through Urshifu's eyes as they're now in true sync with each other's Pokemon. However, this battle, regardless of how strong they are, with a clash between the Surgeon Ties and a Wicked Blow, it ends up in a draw. Everybody in the audience is amazed by 5 draws in a row. Nobody's ever seen anything like this, as these two trainers could be even in exactly the same ways. This is when Ash and Lucas finally send out their last Pokemon.
Honestly, Lucas, this is one of the most fun battles I've had. But we both made promises to our Pokemon to make it here, so we both have something to live up to. My last Pokemon is an example of my burning resolve, of my burning will, of my burning passion for my Pokemon. Lucas, I don't know a lot about statistics, but I know one thing. Me and my Pokemon are unbeatable. Cinderace, I choose you!
You're right, Ash. I've had the most fun I've ever had in a battle. When we made that promise in the dojo with our Pokemon, it felt like me and my Pokemon were speaking the same language. Now I understand our thoughts, our emotion, our goals are all one and the same. Ash, my last Pokemon, represents the ceaseless drive to win, my ceaseless need for knowledge, and my ceaseless drive for training. Let's do this! Samurai! Let's go! Samurott and Cinderace have an amazing battle with fireworks and slashes going up and all about. Samurott and Cinderace have never tried this hard in their entire life, as Cinderace is using Flare Blitz along with Pyro Ball, and Samurott's using moves like Ceaseless Edge, and his new move being Sacred Sword. And when Ash thinks that he has an advantage using Gigantamax, as he's always revealed that Cinderace always had a Gigantamax factor, this is when, using all his Gigantamax energy with the Max Fireball, this is when Lucas reveals his all-out pummeling. The all-out pummeling with Sacred Sword winds up clashing with the Fireball, creating a massive collision in the stadium. However, both trainers aren't out for the count yet, and it's a battle of pure physical power. They're using the move Struggle, believe it or not. Is the first time we're ever seeing it in this kind of sense, with each trainer not willing to hold back anything. However, when the dust settles between the two struggles, it ends up being a draw. However, both trainers are kind of surprised, but they aren't mad, as this only means one thing: they'll fight again in the future. You can see both Ash and Lucas laughing after the battle, going into the pit room, laughing and having a good time. This is when Rinto's rating in the pit room, saying that his prediction and Pierce's prediction was right. The battle ended in a draw between the two, and everyone was shocked, but Rinto said he saw this coming, saying that he has to catch up to both of them now. This is when they would usually do the award ceremony, but because this year was so fictitious, they don't really know how to do it. When Leon remarks saying that he'll fight both Ash and Lucas at the same time if they want to, this is when both of them actually deny this request, saying that this region, if anything, has taught them that they need to grow stronger and they need a bit of a change of pace. Ash truly knowing what it means to be a champion, and Lucas knowing that the same old won't always cut it and that he needs to change and get uncomfortable sometimes. Leon laughs at this and decides to just give them both a gold medal instead of having the trophy being displayed this year, and everyone laughs about this in the stadium. This is when an earthquake happens, or a Gigantamax quake happens, to be better to say. The Neo Ultimate Weapon has been launched, and the sky around Galar turns to a maroonish purple. This is when Rose announces the day of the darkest dawn. And that's going to be the end of this episode of the Pokemon Sword and Shield series, Crown Zenith. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. And what did you think of the way the league ended? Please be nice to me in the comments. Thanks. Samurai out.